Hi everybody, happy Sunday. I hope you're all really well. Well, what a week it's been. This week saw the pro takeover in John Lewis Oxford Street for the preview of the Retouching face pencil, and it was a blast. It was the first time that all of us five UK pro artists have been in the same place on the same day. Amy was doing a Snapchat takeover for the brand, which was super fun. We saw loads of appointments, did some beautiful makeup lessons, and sold lots of Retouching face pencils, which was fun. I have to give though special thanks to some of my gorgeous subscribers who came to see me. So Iona, thank you, it was so lovely to see you, and Jenny, and Charmaine, and who else? I wrote them down, Mrs. Robinson, I didn't want to forget anyone, and Natasha. What can I say? Handwritten letter. I shall treasure this and I shall be in touch soon. You sound superb and incredibly clever, actually. Okay, so what I'd like to do, is there something I've forgotten? Yes, by now the videos that I did with John Lewis should indeed be live. So if you haven't seen them yet, do look at the John Lewis Retail Instagram page. I believe they're going on their Facebook page as well and on their website. I haven't seen them yet and I'm just itching because we had so much fun filming here in my bathroom. So those again are Retouching face pencil videos. Oh, and my best friend had a baby. I think that's responsible for why I have wept so much the last couple of days. Just new little babies make my heart sing. So congratulations, Amelia and Alex, on the birth of your gorgeous little one. I might edit that out in case they haven't announced it to the world yet. So I'm going to create for you today the look that I did for myself for my Retouching face pencil video. I love how the makeup, like that makeup was makeup that I did in a rush. I just wanted to get some colour on so I could then focus on the Retouching face pencils. However, it seemed like my super quick, slightly pinky eye was in fact really popular. So that's what I'll recreate today for you, showing you step by step how to create said look. What I thought though is I will pop, what I thought I'd do is I'd pop my base on for you. I'll probably edit and speed through it, but just again to recap on how I put my base on, and obviously I'll be using the Retouching face pencils, of course, because I am obsessed. Okay, so I've prepped my skin. I'm quite warm today, so I've prepped my skin with some hydrating gel cream. As you can see, this gel cream is very nearly finished, but this is excellent if your skin is maybe on the more normal to oily side because it's water-based and really lightweight, but it's also good if you're particularly hot, having been running around as I have this morning. Just so you don't want anything too rich. I'm also going to be using lots of hydrating product now, and I put some hydrating eye cream under my eye as well. So, first things first, I had a horrible sleepless night last night. Goodness knows why, just lots of things whirring round my brain. Do you ever get that? And then I had one of those things where I was counting every minute. Oh, I need to sleep now because if I don't go to sleep now, I'm only going to have 5 hours and 40 minutes sleep. I'm still awake. If I don't go to sleep now, I'm only going to have 4 hours and 30. You know how it goes. So, Bisque Corrector, I feel today is going to be my bestie. So with a concealer blending brush, I'm just going to take, just want to make sure you can see, just going to take some of the Bisque Corrector through the inner corner of my eye, just to banish away my sleepless night and hide any blue. And I know you'll have heard me. If you're a subscriber already, you'll have heard this many times. If you're not yet, go on, click the button. I feel so much brighter when my under eye is corrected. I am really quite dark in the inner corner of the eye, and I find that when my inner corner of my eye is looking particularly dark, that's what can make me feel most, actually it's sometimes a bit low, if I'm honest, if I'm looking really tired. So if I pop on a bit of Corrector, it makes me feel so much brighter and so much more awake. Great, so once my under eye is brightened with Corrector, I then go over the top with my Skin Tone Corrector concealer, and that is the beige Creamy Concealer Kit. This one is coming toward the end of its life, as one can tell that I love the stuff. But when you sweep that, of course, over your Corrector, what you achieve is that brilliantly skin tone correct colour under the eye with absolutely no shadow poking through because you've corrected it with the Corrector. There we go. You'd never known I've not had any sleep. Okay, now for my base. It's the summer, I don't want to be wearing too much heavy foundation, so I'm going to keep it lightweight with the Nude Finish Tinted Moisturiser. And I'm still wearing light to medium, even though I've got a little bit of colour. But if I go on holiday, I either go up to the medium or I add some of the all over bronzing gel, which I've showed you in previous videos. If you haven't seen it before, it's a bronzing gel which you can either use on top of makeup or under makeup or instead of makeup, but it's brilliant for adding into your base to warm up the colour. So if your skin tone does change colour throughout the seasons, instead of buying a warmer coloured foundation, you can just add it to your current foundation. I love using my fingers with tinted moisturiser. So easy. Okay, so I've got my Nude Finish Tinted Moisturiser on, but I do want to add a little bit of extra coverage just through the side of my cheeks, probably a little bit on my chin. So I'm going to use my Retouching face pencil and just take it through, there we go, the side of my cheek, around my nose, my chin, and a little here, just on my forehead. I said forehead! Forehead. So I'm just using my fingers to pat my Retouching face pencil in light to medium into my skin. Man, I love this stuff. I love it, look. Compared to the other side. Okay, I'm just going to take a tiny bit of my Retouching face pencil. This is the light to medium. I'm actually just going to warm it onto the tip of my ring finger and then just add some of that on top of my concealer. And actually, throughout this week, I found this to be a brilliant finishing touch for my concealer, but I found that warming it on my ring finger first has helped ensure that the application isn't too heavy under the eye. Brilliant! But of course this is lacking in colour for me, so on to my next Retouching face pencil, and that is the Deep. I'm not going to hold it up to the camera because that is the Deep. On my last video I kept getting them the wrong way round. It's too hard. I should be supervised when filming, essentially. I need someone to come and tell me what I'm doing. So I'm going to take this and warm my skin using the stick. So I'm going to draw it anywhere where the sun would naturally hit. So over the top of my forehead and pat it in for that brilliant cream to powder, almost completely matte finish. Look at that warmth coming through my forehead. And this is using the Deep Retouching face pencil. I'm going to do some over the top of my cheeks as well. So anywhere where you would normally pop your bronzer. Shall I leave it like that? And then use your fingers to pat it in again. That's better. Starting to feel a bit more like me. And a tiny touch on my nose. I do love these pencils. So handy. Gosh. Okay, so I've certainly found that with using the face retouching pencils I need significantly less powder, and that's because the pencils have a cream to powder finish. So I'm just going to do a tiny bit of the Buff Nude Finish Illuminating powder just through the centre of my face, just to ensure that my makeup is indeed set for the day. So just sweep through my forehead, my nose, front of the cheek, and chin. I'm pretty sure the rest of my face doesn't need it. So the sun has gone in, so it's looking a bit dark, soz about that. I'm just going to warm my neck with a little bit of the Nude Finish Illuminating powder too. I do have a powder bronzer on hand as well, if I feel my neck needs warming still. That's better. Let's just take it down a little. Don't you feel duped out of summer this week? I feel like we had such high promises of summer a couple of weeks ago, and then all that glorious sunshine seems to have gone. So now I've warmed my skin with the Deep Retouching face pencil and done a little bit of the Nude Finish Illuminating powder. I'm just going to do a tiny bit of blush, pastel pink on the apple of my cheeks for a very soft flush. Always smile at yourself when doing your blusher. You might feel a bit silly, but it really helps to ensure you get the right placement, which I would say, Bobbi always taught me, is high on the apple of the cheek and blended back to meet your bronzer. Lovely, so we're almost getting to eyes. Before I do anything else though, I need to do my brows. And I've kind of fallen back in love with my perfectly defined long wear brow pencil in Saddle. It's so quick and easy for on the go, and you get up to 16-hour wear, which is fab. So you get a spoolie on one end, so I'm just going to use that quickly to brush my brow, just so I can brush up the hairs and get it nice and neat. And then simply twist up the pencil and brush through the brows for all day waterproof, sweat and humidity resistant wear. And I'm just following the direction of the growth of the hair and doing lots of little strokes. I shall then turn my pencil over to use the spoolie wand again, just to brush the strokes away for the most natural finish. Right, got my brows on. Right, just smush a little bit through the centre of the face. Moving on to eyes, I'm going to use today two of my favourite long wear cream shadow sticks. These guys are fantastic. I use them an awful lot in bridal. For those of you who saw my Instagram post of my bride from North Wales last Saturday, we used the Golden Bronze Longwear Cream Shadow Stick and the Sunlit Gold through the inner corner, and they are beautiful. They go on so smoothly. They're quick and easy to blend with fingers if you're in a rush, and they also dry completely waterproof. So whether you just want eye makeup on the go that's speedy, or if you are getting married and you want it to be long wear, or if you are indeed going on holiday and it's going to be hot, these guys are super, super convenient. And I actually made a bit of like a soft pink eye for my video, so let me show you how I did it. First, I'm starting with the golden pink longwear cream shadow stick, and I'm simply going to sweep that all over my lower lid. So all over the lower lid, and blend it up just into the socket. I'm not going to pull it up high above the socket of the eye because I'm going to use another colour to do that. And then using my ring finger, I'm just going to blend the edges so it looks nice and seamless. And then through the crease of the eye, I'm going to use the Sand Dune Longwear Cream Shadow Stick, which is kind of a pinky peachy nude colour, which when you see that just coming through the crease, it's ever so flattering. So just sweep through the crease of the eye. And then again with your ring finger, blend it through the crease and up through the socket. So actually I highly recommend this for those looking actually for very natural bridal makeup. And you can see I've just blended it there with my finger. I want to make sure that my brow bone is highlighted. So I'm going back in to the Illuminate Retouching Face Pencil and I'm simply going to sweep that under my brows to give my brow bone a highlighted, but more importantly, lifted look. So the next step of this makeup look was quite a nice slim liner. However, this week, and certainly in John Lewis for the Pro Takeover Day, I wore the liner that little bit thicker. So I think that's the look I'm going to show you. And I achieved it using the black ink gel eyeliner along with the ultra fine eyeliner brush. So I simply get the gel onto the brush, make sure the brush head is nice and flat, and then push the gel into the lash line all the way along. And I like to do this quite nice and slowly to start with and quite slim. Then once I've got my initial slim line, then I can go back and make it thicker. So you can see I've just made it that little bit thicker. I'll now come and finish the outer corner. Great, just re-flatten my brush. And now, to find out where to extend the liner to, I'm simply going to drag my ultrafine eyeliner brush whilst looking straight ahead out from the corner of my eye. I'm going to come close so you can see what I've done. It's essentially a little blobby line, but that right there is my marker, and I'll then draw back from that to create my slightly extended liner look. So up again so you can see, just draw back in from that little liner and then fill in. Now I'm going to use a Smoky liner brush to simply soften the top of that liner. Okay, so once you have your liner on, it's now time for lashings of mascara. And actually this week I've kind of rediscovered one of my old favourites, the Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. And I love it for dense but really fluffy looking lashes. Let me show you. So as you can see, let me come up close actually, so you can see. But as I've said, it doesn't quite have the weight of the eye-opening mascara, but what you do get is a slightly fluffier volume. Love it. Okay, so let me come close so you can see my eyes. So I used the golden pink Longwear cream shadow all over the lower lid, sand dune through the crease, and then black ink gel liner along the lash line, slightly extended, and then lots of Smoky Eye mascara. I also just add a little bit more of the Illuminate Retouching face pencil in the inner corner of my eye. Let's finish with some lipstick, shall we? And I'm going to use blush, which is a relatively new, well, it's recently returned. It's not new, we had it years ago. It's a relatively new relaunch though, and it is essentially my lip colour. So let me apply it so you can see what I mean. She says eating it. But can you see how it's a very nudey pink? Not too dissimilar to my natural lip colour. So it's brilliant if you want a really quick go-to everyday tone. Now, if you have not yet found your everyday lip colour or your perfect lip colour, then head to your nearest Bobbi Brown studio and have a play with this. This is the lip wheel. Now, an artist can show you how one would use this, but say for example, I'll show you mine. My natural lip colour is blush, and then these are all the various lip colours within the range that, based on blush being my natural lip colour, would work well on me. 'Tis just a guide, but it's a really helpful guide. If you've ever gone to a makeup studio or a counter and you spent hours trawling through the lip colours trying to find your perfect one, do speak to Bobbi Brown artists, ask to have a look at the lip system, the lip wheel, and they will help you at least look at some brand recommendations that Bobbi and Kim and Mark and the team in New York have kind of painstakingly sat and put together for you. Okay, one final flurry from me, and that's going to be some pink retouching powder. I thought I'd do this because last week I used a brightening bricked finish, and I wanted to show you the pink retouching face powder because I've also used, of course, the retouching pencils. So we're growing our retouching family, and this is something I use a lot with my brides. So once I've got the makeup done and in place, I'll often go over the blush with the retouching powder in pink, again to get my brides camera ready and to get that beautifully blown out finish. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Thank you to all of you who requested a tutorial on this eye. A very quick and easy soft pink eye using 2 Longwear cream shadow sticks and of course the gel eyeliner. Thanks guys, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you haven't yet investigated the retouching face pencils, head to your nearest John Lewis where you can take a look at those, or indeed click the link that I'll put in the description box below so you can have a look for yourselves. All right, my lovelies, thanks again for everything. Have a great week and I'll see you soon. Thumbnail, 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 thumbnail. Oh, I gotta get a thumbnail. Oh, retouched. Oh, retouched. Oh, yes, I feel better now. I'm retouched.